Visit audibletrial.com/psychedelicbookworm for an audiobook free with trial, with thousands of titles including psychedelic subjects, podcasts, guided wellness programs, and more.
With psychedelics such as psilocybin and ketamine being utilized for therapy across the U.S., there are a growing number of companies and organizations dedicated to making access easier for this type of therapy, along with many states working towards legalizing these compounds for therapeutic exercises. States with psychedelic medical use. As of January 2024, Oregon and Colorado now allow psychedelic therapy with healing centers. Washington state has proposed for decriminalization, with various cities in California, Michigan, and Massachusetts decriminalizing and deprioritizing psilocybin possession and usage. Ketamine is also being utilized for therapy in the treatment of depression, anxiety, PTSD, and other mental health conditions and pain conditions. For a full list of these clinics, Ketamine Clinics directory is the ultimate resource. The Church of the Eagle and the Condor. In 2024, a nonprofit located in Phoenix, Arizona won a settlement with the federal government, permitting them to import, receive, manufacture, distribute, transport, securely store, and dispose of ayahuasca solely for CEC's religious purposes. Founded by Joseph Taffer, a doctor who studied at UCLA and USC, stated that the ayahuasca ceremony is an essential sacrament for our church. Our ceremony is rooted in the Shipibo Amazonian tradition which has been passed down by countless generations. Our ancestral practice will continue to support the community and nourish our holistic well-being. The church deemed this settlement as a watershed moment in United States, as it's the first non-Christian church to receive protection for its spiritual practices regarding ayahuasca. Retreat centers. While there are many spiritual centers in Costa Rica, Mexico, Jamaica, and the Netherlands, there are 2 currently in the U.S. that offer plant medicine ceremonies. Sacred Heart Medicine Sanctuary, located in Washington State, describe themselves as the first above-ground shamanic church in the U.S. to offer psilocybin mushroom ceremony in a safe and legal environment, providing trauma-informed communal ceremonies with mushrooms, sacred tobacco, and offering support for utilizing microdosing. Utilizing shamanism with a trauma-informed outlook, they feature trained facilitators who have done their own healing work and understand the core essence of how trauma impacts people's lives, mental health, and the people they surround themselves with, and how mushrooms can help in the process of healing such trauma. Hawks Gatherings, located in the San Diego area, offer separate ceremonies featuring cannabis or cacao, as well as trauma-informed and body-focused support for inner healing, microdosing, and pre-post ceremony integration work. They utilize cannabis ceremonies in a body-focused, somatic way, taking focus away from the mind and directing energy inward, allowing the body to direct whatever internal healing it needs from past experiences and trauma. Organizations dedicated to psychedelic therapy and healing. There are a few prominent companies that are leading the way towards making psychedelic therapy more accessible. Field Trip Health and Mindbloom offer ketamine therapy and education in the treatment of anxiety, depression, PTSD, and more in various states. Clinical trials are becoming more prominent not just with psilocybin and ketamine, but also LSD and DMT and other psychedelics. MAPS, Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, is perhaps the leader of psychedelic clinical trials, focusing on making psychedelics more prominent in the mental health and medical community. If MAPS doesn't offer clinical trials near you, there are plenty of other organizations. ClinicalTrials.gov is the #1 resource in finding whichever type of clinical trials you are seeking. Smaller companies like TripSitter offer various education resources on how to safely utilize psychedelics for mental well-being and healing, as well as tracking the decriminalization and legalization globally. Featuring thorough guides on how to have a safe trip, microdosing, and an in-depth guide on almost every psychedelic compound, TripSitter is a vital resource for harm reduction and manifesting a safe trip.